Hey Naturally Glam fam, it's your girl Jonna, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to spruce up your boring patio. This is especially for my apartment condo dwellers who just have their patio as their only outdoor space. We used to own a home, used to have a huge front yard, a huge backyard, a huge side yard, and now we are apartment dwellers because we are not about that yard life, and we just wanted to downsize, and so now we just have this little bit of patio space. I really miss my plants, so this video I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to fix up the patio. Listen, it's been looking like this for like 2 or 3 years. So this year I decided I was going to go ahead and put some greenery out here, some of my favorite plants that I used to have when we had a home, when we had a house. I'm going to show you guys from start to finish how I kind of fix it up, and you know, the plants that I chose and why I chose them. So stay tuned. Okay, so basically, just to start, I'm going to pot this plant. Now, this is a Chinese privet. It is great for your patio if you have a lot of sun, like several hours of sun during the day. If you don't, if your patio is mostly in shade, this may not be a good choice because it does like a lot of sunlight. And it's not that I'm a genius. It's right here on the tag that comes from the store. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist with this stuff, you know. It's either right here on the tag or you can Google it. One thing I like about a shrub like this for the patio is the fact that it has some interesting foliage, pretty colors, the contrasting colors, and it's something that's going to stay green all year round versus something where it's going to go bare during the winter. So it's going to be something that is going to keep your patio looking great regardless of the season. So this is the pot that I picked up from Home Depot. I like the color. It sort of matches the feel of the other pot, which kind of has like that Roman Mediterranean type feel. And it's not as heavy as it looks. See, so it's not heavy, and it has the drainage hole at the bottom, which you definitely want. You want your plants to be able to drain if they're in a pot, because your roots can start to rot if the water's just sitting in the bottom of your plant. So you definitely want to do that. If your pot that you found that you just absolutely love does not have a drainage hole at the bottom of it, you can sometimes take it to places and they will drill a hole in the bottom for you, or you can fill the bottom of your planter with some gravel or packing peanuts. I've even used. Of course, the gravel is going to make your pot heavier if you put it, because you're going to need to put like 1 inch or 2 at the bottom. And so basically what happens is your plant and the soil and everything sits on that, and then it can drain into the gravel. So that way it's the water's just not sitting on the roots. You could use packing peanuts as well as an option because they're light. They don't really weigh anything, and so they're not going to add weight to your pot. That this is light, but it's once you put the plant inside, and if you was to put gravel inside, this would be hard to move. When you go to take your plant out of the pot from the store, don't just pull on the trunk and just pull it out. It's better to tilt it to the side and just hold it by the branch, not the branch, you guys know what I mean, and then slide the pot off so that you're not putting a lot of pressure on that. You can see it's gonna have some root. It's gonna be a little bound because it's been in the planter from the store. So just loosen that up. I just want to position the plant inside of the planter how I want it, because of course once it's in there, that's it. Now for some extra moisture retention and just to cover the soil and kind of give it a decorative feel, I got this moss. You can get this from Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. Sometimes you can even find it at the dollar store. Probably you can get it from Walmart too. So there, this is what it looks like, so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like inside of the pot. So yeah, that is plant number 1. Next, we're gonna work on this other planter. So here is the other planter. So this way you can kind of get an idea, see the look of it, why I went ahead and got the other pot. Something that would kind of match the style. When you, some people, you know, like an eclectic look. They like the look of different pots. So it's totally up to you what you want to do with your pot. So what we have here is a gardenia. What I love about the gardenia is two really things I love about it. One is that it's evergreen, like we talked about, so the leaves are going to stay green. It's going to have leaves on it all year round. The other thing is that it has these amazing smelling blooms. Here's one that's getting ready to bloom here. So here's one that's, can you see? This one is getting ready to come out. There. Blooming, and they smell absolutely amazing. So that's great for your patio, because if you're sitting out here and you have something that's gonna perfume the air, even sometimes if you're inside, if it's near a window, you have flowers that's gonna perfume the air. That's always a nice touch. It is pruned to a tree style, so it gives it height, because normally this would be a whole bush full of branches and flowers and stuff, but giving it this tree feel, I really thought was great for the patio, because it gives your patio some height, and also it gives you room to kind of plant around the base of your potter. So inside the bottom of the planter, I like to get plants that are going to be varying heights. So I like to get something that's going to be mid height, and then something that's going to cascade over the side of the planter. So excuse this one, she's about to, I need to water these. So this is a creeping Jenny. Now the cool thing about this is it is a perennial, so yes, it will die in the winter, but it will come back every year, so you don't have to worry about repurchasing or replanting it. But it is going to die during the, you know, winter or whatever, but that's fine. I love that this bold gold color. This is the wormwood. I got this because it contrasted so much with the creeping Jenny. And this is gonna have like a mid height. It's also a perennial. It has similar conditions as the other plants, so that's good. If you put something in the same pot together, you want it to have similar growing conditions. If your plant is severely root bound, meaning the roots are just growing around in a circle, number one, that means it's been at the nursery for quite some time. And number two, it's an easy fix. You can just get a very sharp knife or a razor, you know, straight razor, and just slice the roots, and it'll kind of stimulate them to kind of grow their own roots in a different direction once they get started, and once you put them in the planter. One thing about having so many of these different types of plants is that it's nice because you don't have to worry about necessarily having flowers and blooms and stuff like that. You don't have to even worry about it. You know, you just look for colorful greenery, and you can just work with that as your color, especially for the patio. See, he's being nice. You're being mean. No. Alright, so this is the first part of the patio done, which is planting the plants. Everything is planted and watered, and I think this looks good as far as where the plants and everything is placed. Now I'm going to put some new decor. So here is the finished look with all the pieces there. What I ended up doing was adding a few new pieces to this side. I found this beautiful seat cover on Amazon, and I also picked up this solar lantern. So since our patio does get a lot of sunlight, I thought this would be perfect. And so these are the solar panels, And so what happens is at night when it gets dark, it will come on. Gardenia has a couple of blooms on it. Really pretty. Yay. So it's really, really nice to just have spruced up the patio a little bit. I've already been having neighbors stop and ask, you know, about the plants and different things and say how it looks really nice. So that's really cool. Just because you live in an apartment or condo and you only have your little bit of patio space, it doesn't mean you can't spruce it up and make it not only nice for you, but, you know, for your neighbors too. Maybe it will inspire some other people to kind of spruce up their patio, and it kind of makes the whole area just look really nice. I hope you guys found this video helpful and inspires you to use your outdoor space a little bit more, and definitely check out my Amazon store to see if there's some items that you like that you might want to incorporate into your patio, deck, or outdoor living space. See you guys later. Bye. This is exactly why we got this sign right here. This right here.